Sanya E-Prix. We're joined by our three team principals, first of all. Dilbagh Gill on the left-hand side, team principal of Mahindra Racing. Ullrich Fritz on the right-hand side, HWA team principal, and head of NEO, Gerry Hughes, in the middle. Gerry, we'll start with you. Welcome to Sanya. A challenging start to the Gen 2 era of Formula E for you. How would you assess the season so far?
Yeah, it has been a challenging start, as you say. I think if we look at the 5 races we've had so far, we've had 5 eventual race winners from 4 different manufacturers. It's a very competitive series. I suppose a year or so ago, I don't think anybody would have predicted how competitive this first season of the Generation 2 era has been. And we've got a lot of ground to make up. So it is tough out there. So we'll continue to push forward as much as we can do. Coming off the back of Hong Kong and another points finish for Oliver, we've clearly got a lot of ground to make up to some of our competitors.
Are there any similarities between the track in Hong Kong and the circuit here?
Well, I think obviously Hong Kong was a rather unusual event for everybody, given the weather conditions. But yeah, I mean, there are different characteristics of Formula E tracks. Some of them suit some cars better than others. It's the fine detail, really, of powertrain architecture, car setup, and everything else. But yeah, I mean, it's an all-new circuit for all of the teams and manufacturers this weekend. It levels the playing field somewhat, so we're looking for a strong qualifying performance and then to progress, with a strong race finish in the afternoon.
And a home race for NEO, how's that affecting preparations, and how busy has it been?
Yeah, I mean, it's lovely to have a home race. Sanya is very much where NEO is focusing their efforts. We've got, I think, 400 odd guests this weekend. Most, if not all, of the investors and leadership group from NEO are coming here. So it puts more pressure, I assume, on myself and the team. But ultimately, it's also good to have the support. So we'll see it as a positive. It's great to have those guys with us. We've got to put a good show on for them.
Best of luck for the weekend.
Thank you.
Ullrich, turning to you. The first points for HWA in Hong Kong. It was a roller coaster weekend for the team, really, wasn't it? Can you talk us through it?
Yeah, absolutely, completely roller coaster weekend. I mean, I think we were strong in qualifying. I think in our group we were like 1-2. Then, yeah, in the end, Gerry did a small mistake, and I think we started P1, P4. But yeah, wet performance was obviously great. Dry performance, we are not there yet, we have to say. I mean, some of the margin might be lack of experience, really. And yeah, as you know, testing is limited. We had not a lot of testing in Valencia due to a lot of technical issues there. So yeah, I think we're learning from race to race and from track to track. Hong Kong obviously was also one of the tracks that we didn't know as a team, because we had a newbies there and the other teams had experience there, so didn't help either. But yeah, I think we had a good weekend. First points in the by the Super Pole by Stoffel, and then gaining some points for Gerry, I think P7 or P8. So that was the first points for the teams. Of course, not what the aim is. I think we one day want to do more, but I think you have to stay humble and you have to stay respectful. I mean, there are a lot of guys who are in the championship a long time, and they also know how to do it. And yeah, you have to respect that there's a lot of experience and know-how and knowledge in this series. And you have to just take it from there.
Are the technical problems you're having stopping your learning as well? Are they really compromising your track time?
I think in Valencia it was obvious that it was not good enough because of various issues. I think we were more in the garage than on the track, so that was a little bit difficult. Yeah, and then I think also the drive shafts failures we suffered from in the last event. I think we would have looked strong for podium result also in the race, but yeah, if you want to finish first, you have to finish. So it's a little bit difficult.
And how are you feeling with the drive shaft failures? Do you know the cause? You know what's happened, or is it still a mystery?
No, I think we pretty much know how what it is behind. think we have had great support also from our manufacturer, from Venturi, to have a look into this issue. Yeah, we hope that we have overcome it, but I know it's just a few days, so you can't change the world. I mean, the cars are homologated, so yeah, we hope that we have the quality issues under control.
Thank you. Good luck for the weekend. Dilbagh, finally turning to you. Welcome to Sanya. There's nothing predictable really in Formula E, and both your cars out of the race in the early stages in Hong Kong. How do you bounce back from that?
We've forgotten Hong Kong. It's a different memory. It's gone. Yeah, so we start again. We have a strong team. We've been doing pretty well this year. I think all the ingredients are there to do well again, so we're looking forward to a nice race in Sanya.
And your team has had a lot of pace at every race. It doesn't seem to have been very up and down. Would you agree with that? Does that give you confidence coming to Sanya?
We didn't have much pace in Hong Kong.
No.
No, we didn't have it. Like
Do you
we
know
didn't
why?
qualify. Like as Uli said, like our wet track performance was really horrible, and I think we realized where our problems were, and we should be able to correct that. If should it be a wet race again, we would not be qualifying last again for sure. I think that's something we realized where we were underprepared in Hong Kong.
So you've forgotten Hong Kong. Are you looking at the championship, or are you forgetting the championship as well? Because despite the retirement, Jerome's only 1 point off the lead.
I think championship, all of us look at it because at the end of the day, we are here for the championship, right? And I think so we would be continuing to look at it, but we have to take a race at a time. And I think that's been one of our problems at Mahindra, like even last year, for the last 2 years, that we don't have the maturity yet to sort of stitch a championship. We know how to put races together. And I think right now we're trying to look at a bit of a longer game than what it was earlier. And I think we have the right team, with the right drivers, etc., to look at a bigger picture.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Let's open it up to the